Hello students, myself Sanjeev from USPC Jain Public School. So today we are going to learn about the chapter 2, that is nutrition in animals. Now let us have a brief introduction about this. We know animals get their food from plants, that is either directly by eating plants or indirectly by eating animals that eat plants. Some animals eat both plants and animals. Animal nutrition includes three things, that is nutrient requirement, the mode of the food intake, and its utilization in the body. We all know food consists of mainly five nutrients, that is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamin, and mineral. Nutrition is a complex phenomena in which ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion plays an important role. These complex substances are broken down into simpler substances by the process called digestion. In this slide, we are going to discuss about the various modes of feeding. Now, in this table, we are having different kinds of animals and different kinds of food they are using and the mode they are using. The very first is the snail. So, snail uses grass as a food and the mode of feeding is chewing, and it eats insects by the mode of feeding, that is scraping. Eagle, we all know it use flesh as a food, and by the process swelling it use the food. Hummingbird, it uses nectar as a food, and the mode of feeding is sucking. Lice also uses the same mode, that is sucking, but it uses the food, that is blood. Mosquito uses the same blood as a food and by the mode is sucking. Butterfly, instead of blood, it uses nectar by the same process, that is sucking. Houseflies, they use decaying matter as a food, and the process and the mode of feeding is called brewing. Here we are going to discuss about the starfish, the nutrition in starfish. We all know starfish feeds on animals covered by the hard shells of calcium carbonate with a unique digestive system. After opening the shell, the starfish pops out its stomach through its mouth to eat the soft animal inside the shell. The cardiac stomach can be extended out through the mouth to digest food outside the body. The stomach then goes back into the body and the food is slowly digested. So, the arrangement of teeth we are having in our mouth, we are going to discuss over here. There are four incisors that are present in the front positions, and then there are two canines on either side of the upper jaw and the lower jaw, and four premolars on lower and upper jaw, and six molar teeth present in upper and lower jaw each. So this is the arrangement of teeth we are having in the mouth. So function of these teeth is to grind the food. We'll discuss later on. So now normally the bacteria that are present in our mouth, that but they are not harmful to us. However, if we do not clean our teeth and mouth after eating, many harmful bacteria also begin to live and grow in it. These bacteria break down the sugar present from the leftover food and release acid. So the acid gradually damages the teeth, and this is called tooth decay. So one should clean the teeth with a brush or a datun and a dental floss. Always do gargles with water or brush the teeth after taking your meal in order to prevent the damage in teeth. Sometimes when we eat in a hurry, talk or laugh while eating, we may get hiccups or a choking sensation. This happens due to food particles which enter the windpipe which carries air from the nostrils to the lungs. It runs adjacent to the food pipe. During the act of swelling, a flap like valve closes the passage of the windpipe and guides the food into the food pipe. If by chance the food particles enter the windpipe, we feel choked or get hiccups. So now let us learn about the type of senses that present on the tongue. So four different types of senses can be sensed on the tongue. The initial part you see over here, so this part shows the sweetness, while the sour parts, that is, can be sensed at the sides, salty parts at the corners of the tongue from the tip, and bitter part, that is at the end of the tongue. Now sometimes we may have experienced the need to pass watery stool frequently. This condition is known as diarrhea. It may be caused by an infection, food poisoning, or indigestion. It is very common in India, particularly among children. Under severe conditions, it can be fatal. This is because of the excessive loss of water and salts from the body. Diarrhea should not be neglected. Even before a doctor is consulted, the patient should be given plenty of boiled and cooled water with a pinch of salt and a sugar dissolved in it. This is called oral rehydration solution, that is ORS. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Stay at home and learn online.